tool or statistical tool so as to explore and analyze data. Right now, data may be of two types. Two types means two sizes. In one case, data may be of small size. In the other case, data, if it is an image or video data, data of image and data of video, then it is of huge size. So far as huge size data is concerned, the machine learning algorithms must require a neural network technology, uh, various kind of neural network techniques, and therefore those machine learning algorithms which are applicable to huge size of data are called deep learning. But otherwise, it is a subset of machine learning. Machine learning being the subset of artificial intelligence. When means machine learns, when we learn more about something, we would be able to identify more situations for that particular aspect, and similar is the machine learning. Deep learning, basically it is a subset of the machine learning. If the data size is huge, then we would be applying deep learning algorithms for statistical analysis for various applications, right? And in this case, we require multi-layered neural networks to learn from the huge data. Otherwise, various other algorithms are also available if the data size is very small. If it is a text, then there are other algorithms. But in and all, if we say about artificial intelligence, if we say machine learning, if we say deep learning, all these things would be working specifically on data. It may be a text data, it may be a speech data, it may be an image data, it may be a video data, satellite images, number of various aspects, various applications, agriculture, images, video, like many other aspect. But then everything is data, and the data is in terms of digital data. So the science of working on the data, taking various aspects from the data, analyzing those data so as to get the features from that particular data, and therefore entire this set is called the science of data operation, the science of data analysis, and therefore data science is also the term which is very much applicable to this. So if we want to define artificial intelligence or machine learning, there are many definitions available so far as artificial intelligence or machine learning is concerned, but two of the most important definitions that I like the most is this. Basically, it is a science associated with data where machine learns from the data and derives variety of useful insights. Like like this is a cat, this is a dog, this is means when we see and we identify. Similarly, when machine learns, it also sees and identifies. Means when we make use of our senses to identify something, the similar is the case for the machine. It uses various sensors to identify various aspects, features to identify various aspects. The second definition is it is an intelligence displayed by a computer or a machine that particularly simulates human and animal intelligence. So it is an artificial intelligence. It is an intelligence derived. It is an intelligence given by, shown by the machine, and that is why it is called artificial intelligence. So in this slides, what I mean to say is everything is in the same basket. We say fruit means all the fruits are different, having different application. Like similarly, artificial intelligence, we say machine learning, we say deep learning. Everything is same. They learn and they derive the variety of useful insights from the things that they have learned in the past. And every time it continues learning. And as soon as the size of the data increases, size of the learning increases, the accuracy with which the machine act also increases. Similar to the behavior is similar to what is the behavior of the human, right? This Coming to the actual topic, latest trends in machine learning. You see, there are various machine learning tools that machine learning tools means there are various trends in machine learning that have added some tasks, some more parameters, some more interesting items in it, so that the machine learning becomes now easy, feasible, and more powerful. Like there are many tools we can consider: large language models that are used for text generation and contextual understanding. Large language model, there means in machine learning initially language models were there, but now they are working on large language models. Integration with IoT. This is one of the most important addition that the machine learning have right now in 2025, 24, 25. That is integration of Internet of Things with machine learning. Means machine now would learn from the data which is coming from the entire globe through the medium of Internet of Things. So the smart home integration and industrial IoT application now would have its own applications of machine learning in addition to what they are enjoying as an Internet of Things. Like initially in Internet of Things, we all know that Internet of Things, what does it do? That I means being seated here, I can control the appliances of my home with the help of some of the internet media, maybe with the help of my smartphone or so. But now what would be happening is I can derive an algorithm, or and machine would automatically learn then when to start a particular device on and off, depending on what are the command that I have previously given. So it continuously learns about the pattern with which I turn on and off the device through the internet, and machine learns from that and gives the command automatically, even if I forget the same. So it is a good addition of the application in machine learning. Then comes natural language processing, sentiment analysis, and language translation. Initially, sentiment analysis was there in the natural language processing, and identification of the words and characters was also possible in the using the machine learning techniques. But now they come up with, means people have come up with some advancement in sentiment or analysis also, and the most important advancement is language translation. Now, rather than identifying, in addition to identifying the language, this machine learning algorithms, this language natural language processing would also be able to translate the language. For example, I means I speak in English or maybe in Gujarati or maybe in Hindi, but then this natural language processing, depending on what who is the listener and what is the choice of the listener, it continuously online real time. It would translate the data using the language translation. It would identify my speech. It would convert it into various language and can distribute in real time to various aspects. So this is what is the latest advancement so far as natural language processing is concerned. Then comes one of the most important advancement in the machine learning algorithm that will be changing the entire world of machine learning, and that is automated machine learning. We would be going deep in this topic in the slides to come. But then automatic machine learning is machine learning. Again, it is a not machine learning. It is in terms, it is a automatic learning. But then machine learning automation would help us. There are various tools of AutoML tools wherein we can tune our hyperparameter automatically without wasting our time. We would take this point, automated machine learning, in deep in slides to come. Then comes federated learning. So far as machine learning is concerned, the most important challenges previously was about the privacy, right? But then now with the help of federated learning, the privacy preservation is included, and cross-silo learning is also what is included in federated learning. Then comes explainable AI. This is one of again the advanced machine learning technology. This explainable AI would help us to identify the transparency within the machine learning algorithms. We would be able to identify anyone can be transparently see and identify what is the algorithm which is written, and therefore the bias detection is also possible. Reinforcement learning would be will be applicable to various games and robotics control. Now, since robotics is going with a good pace, the advancement in robotics is going in a good pace. This reinforcement learning, advancement in reinforcement learning would help robotic controls and AI related games. Then comes machine learning algorithms in age AI. So until this point of time, when there was a huge amount of data, we would not be able to process those data into real time because of the problem in the bandwidth and the limitations of the bandwidth. But then as means with the introduction of edge AI, what we can do, the bandwidth efficiency is increased, and therefore real time processing of the data becomes easier as compared to what previously was. And apart from all this, what is the most important part that is now happening in the entire world with the applications of AI, with the various AI tools coming out, like Jagdish sir has explained, explained various tools. So with these tools, with these advancements, we should be ethical in using this AI tools. So fairness and accountability would also be introduced, or also will be introduced by the machine learning algorithms, or in the machine learning algorithms. So these are various aspects in which the machine learning trends has been advanced. These are the various application, and these are emerging trends. If we take it one by one, AutoML. So AutoML is basically what we are doing with the with us, with various epochs or various points. This much AutoML machine learning will be removing these points and saving our time by feature engineering, like identifying and selecting the relevant features only. Until this point of time, what we were doing is we were identifying various features. We are trying those features. We fail, or maybe we success. We again do the next parameter. We take the next parameter, next feature, and we compare this two. And in this way, we are investing our time in trial and error in case of machine learning. But then in case with the introduction of AutoML, it would be done automatically without the intervention of any human, right? Model selection is one of the very important and tedious task that a machine learning algorithm writer is concerned, right? Model selection is tedious task. We have various models, and then when we have various models, we have one single data, we have various models. What we do is we try one model, we find out accuracy. Then we try the other model, we find out the accuracy, we compare this two, we find out that this algorithm is better than the previous. Again, we tried the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, many are algorithms. And then out of those algorithms, we would be able to find out that the highest accuracy or good results, maximum number of features are available through this particular model. But now, so the problem with this process is the amount of time of the writer, of the person who writes the algorithm is increased, right? So as to find the best fit algorithm for a particular application. And the most important part is hyperparameter tuning, that is being automatically done by the automated machine learning algorithm. Then comes natural language processing advancements. Natural language processing advancements. If we say what are the advancement in natural language processing, so we can say that we have a transformer models available in natural language processing with improved understanding and text generation. This is what is the added advantage of NLP. Until this point of time, these feature was not present in that, but now people are coming up with the algorithm developed for generating the text out of the language. This is a difficult task initially. Why? Because if we say about Gujarati, so they you would find Kathiawadi Gujarati is different than the Gujarati that is being spoken by Ahmedabad and North Gujarat and this side in the Kutch side. Everyone is Gujarati language, but then the way in which they speak, the pronunciation with which they speak is different. But now, because of this transformer model, because of the learning that the machine has done until this point of time, this is feasible, and they can be able to generate text out of any language, and hence the natural language processing now became more powerful as compared to what previously was, and it would be continue to become the powerful. It has the attention mechanisms also, wherein contextual analysis and dynamic focus is also are the two advanced parameter that is added for attention mechanism. So far as applications are concerned, now you would find the emergence of various chatbots. Now chatbots are not an uncommon uh, point, right? So now in chatbots, people would be means chatbot would be learning by themselves and giving the answer. At this point of time, what chatbots are taking the questions. They compare the questions within their own databases and gives the answer if there is a match found in the databases. But in this case, now chatbot would be continuously learning and giving the answer based on the previous experiments, and hence they are used for sentiment analysis also and language translation also. So as I said, this language translation is one of the most important advancement that is happening through natural language processing. So people who are now pursuing PhD, or maybe they are going for the research, I I suggest those to use these advancements algorithms so as to save the time and so as to go one mile ahead than where we can reach initially with the previous algorithms. So we can try, those who are researchers of the machine learning algorithms can try these algorithms. If I am working on natural language processing, I should be able to now focus on these terminologies rather than the previous terminologies. Similarly is the case of AutoML. Next is federated learning. If you see, as I mentioned in the federated learning, the security is the prime importance so far as machine learning is concerned. So, and specifically in the applications like healthcare as well as financial, these two of the most important applications where the machine learning algorithms needs to be private. Why? Because what happens is there is a local data, there is a global data, local data and global data. Global data comes into the system. That system is the system learns out of that, finds variety of insights and gives to the local. So when the data comes from global, it is being operated by machine learning algorithm and given to the local point. Then the privacy is what is to be discussed. Why? Because there is a financial transaction. There are the healthcare data which are very important and which are we can say that very important data so far as both of the parties, sender and receiver, is concerned. So data privatization is strengthened in using federated machine learning. Why? Because of the secure model training algorithms which are learning, the secured model training, as well as data breach prevention, right? And the only technical challenges right now the people are facing in achieving these tasks are network latency. Means till this point of time we have some of the latencies in the network. So as soon as the network latencies are means this challenge would be reduced, then there would be benefits that will be taking out of federated learning. Next is explainable AI. If we say about explainable AI, so you can say applications like healthcare, finance, and autonomous vehicle. It should what it should do so far as healthcare is concerned, as it is written in the slide, it should ensure the patient safety and trust in medical AI systems, right? Until and unless what in the healthcare system, what AI does is when you give some of the problems that you are facing based on the learning based on the model, what happens is it gives you some of the prescription. But now how can I make sure that this prescription is exactly applicable to the disease that I have? So explainable AI is able to explain everything what is being done in the AI, and therefore the patient's trust in this healthcare would be increased so far as explainable AI after the introduction of explainable AI. Similarly, is the case in finance. Confidence being built whenever there is a financial decision making or financial transactions with the help of this explainable AI. And since now people are going towards autonomous vehicles, driverless vehicles, and the safety would be one of the tasks that is very important, prime important, so far as the autonomous vehicle is concerned. So explainable AI would be adding this safety component and reliability component into the autonomous vehicles. And therefore, explainable AI is another thing that can be explored so far as the research is concerned. The next point is reinforcement learnings. As I mentioned previously, reinforcement learning uh, would be used in robotics, wherein it would find applications of reinforcement learning into robotic system. These robotic systems would have their applications in various places, like agricultural robot, like the robots that are used in natural calamities. So when this kind of robot would learn about various aspects, about various situations, then it would be very much useful. And some added advantage is also being highlighted so far as gaming is concerned. So as to enhance the gaming experience towards the user side. Today, the point of the problem is latency in the bandwidth, the problem in the bandwidth. But now this challenges is being overcome by various machine learning algorithms, and therefore it enhances the gaming experience by increasing the possibilities of network additions also. And reinforcement learning also would join hand with explainable AI in autonomous system to increase the self-driving technologies with reinforcement learning. So far as age AI is concerned, you can say that what is age AI? So the problem is what is being done till this point of time. This is a very new concept. If you see on the both the side, there is on one side you would find age AI, on the other side you would be able to see the cloud AI. Until this point of time, what we are doing or people are doing is they take the data from the cloud. They have their algorithms defined in the local system. They take the data from the cloud to the local system. They operate. I mean, they process those data in the local system, and then gives the answer or gives the related data back to the global system, means in the cloud. So here the problem is the risk factor would be privacy, right? There would be an increased latency. There would be an increased latency, and the problem is centralized processing, right? Centralized processing, and therefore the amount of time which is required to take the data from the cloud, process at the local end, and give the data back to the cloud would require tremendous amount of time. Hence, real-time data operation would not be possible. But now, with an edge AI, there is a possibilities of improved privacy because of the reduced latency in the network, and therefore you can go fast in operating the data real time. Therefore, real time processing will also be feasible using by the introduction of sorry by the introduction of edge AI. Large language models, if you see the impact of large language models on natural language processing would be fivefold. It would be extensive data sets that is provided the foundation for large language models training, right? So there is a vast amount of text data available. The process of training this model on diverse text data is one of the feature of this large language models, with the help of which this tremendous amount of text data can be processed using the training models, using this training models, right? And therefore we would be able to generate content. We would be able to generate content on different languages. This is what is very important. Now we what we do is we take the language, we convert it into text, and because it is text and text can be understood well, that can be converted back into the another language. So content generation would also be feasible using various input prompts which are available on large language models. If this happens, then we can summarize the content also. So large text model can be given a summary. Now there are AI tools also available. Rathod sir has clearly explained one or two such tools wherein we can summarize various contents. We can give huge files like chat PDF and everything. We can give huge PDF files to this particular machine learning algorithms, and the machine learning algorithm would be able to give us the crux of that particular PDF. So summary of this particular PDF, and this is what is required so far as the literature review part uh, of the research is concerned, right? And this would be means in large language model, this whole thing, entire thing will be feasible based on the conversational agents, wherein the AI systems will be capable of engaging human-like dialogues. So now it would be an era. Until this point of time, we have heard about robots speaking in a particular way, in a particular language. But now we have seen, we actually are witnessing various operations where entire song is being composed, it is being sung by a real-time voice, or maybe actual voice, like the voice of human. So this is what is one of the advancement that is happening through large language model. So this is one good point where our researcher can start working on large language models so as to get the tremendous amount of data out of various languages, because what we see is huge, but what we also speak is also a good amount of data. Then, as I said, integration with Internet of Things. You see, until this point of time, we were collecting the data through various sensors available globally, maybe through the internet, maybe through the cloud. So we were taking the data, we were analyzing the data, we were processing the data using a computer, using what we can say a processor, and then we give the local. We would be operating it in local, or maybe we can give the data on a global way. But then with the integration of machine learning algorithm with Internet of Things, the addition of data analysis, wherein the machine learning is very good for the data analysis being taken from Internet of Things. So now the probability of data which is coming from more number of sensors and analysis at a local level would be feasible with the help of this machine learning algorithm, integration of this machine learning algorithm with Internet of Things. And from this machine learning algorithm has the capability of generating insights, means data, varieties of insights from those particular data, and then the automation process and decision making enhancement can be possible so as to improve the efficiency as compared to simple Internet of Things, right? So this is what is feasible. And then comes ethical AI. This is the need of an hour, ethical AI. As my previous colleague was also explaining about ethics, should be involved. So far, when we use artificial intelligence tools, when we use machine learning tools, right? So the problem here is until this point of time, the problem or challenges that an AI, ethical AI, suffers is the frameworks are insufficient. Those frameworks whomsoever is designed the framework, that framework are insufficient in nature, and therefore it leads to the inconsistencies in so far as AI practice is concerned. There are also gaps found in the accountability of machine learning algorithms, and therefore it results in the unregulated operations so far as artificial intelligence usage is concerned. We also found the transparency issues in the machine learning algorithms, but now with the help of Edge AI, with the help of explainable AI, this issue would be reduced. Uh, the problem of ethical AI design, one of the problem is also there is a rapid amount of AI advancement that is happening on day to day, on hour to hour basis, right? So you see AI tools 5 days back or maybe 5 months back, and you see the number of AI tools available today. So there is a rapid growth so far as AI advancement is concerned, and therefore, because of this rapid growth, ethical considerations are very small. But now people have started working on that, and probably ethical AI would be coming very fast, right? So this is what is the these are what are the latest trends so far as machine learning algorithms are concerned. But then let us go one point ahead. Means what is AutoML? Now we'll be considering this as a most important because most of the researcher who are present in this maybe online today would start using this once they know about AutoML. This is one of the very good advancements so far as machine learning is concerned. It is streamlining, it is simplifying and scaling the machine learning processes, right? If you see, if you read this, means there is a point that is being written in the slide downwards. What does an AutoML do? AutoML automates various stages of the machine learning pipeline. What does it do? It allows user to tackle real world problems without needing extensive expertise in the machine learning. This is what is the most important, most important advantage of AI is. I will be explaining that in the slides to come. But then we have a real world problems. The data is being pre-processed. This is a typical machine learning operation. This is a typical machine learning operation wherein you have real world problems. You have data coming out of those problems or maybe reference data available for solving that particular problem. That data needs to be pre-processed using various aspects. Like for example, I have a set of images available. For example, I have a set of images available for in various applications. But before I pre-process those particular images and make all the images like of equal size. Let us take an example of equal size. The row images are of various size. So before I process that particular images, I need to pre-process those data, those images, so as to make them equal in size. Right? This is one parameter. There are many that we need to enhance the intensity value also. There are many possibilities. Depending on the application, there are various data pre-processing algorithms which are must required so far as the applications of machine learning is concerned. So one point where the consumption of time in designing the algorithm of machine learning algorithm is to find out the best possible data pre-processing unit or data pre-processing algorithm. The second most important tedious task, as I said, is model selection. There are multiple models available. Out of them, which model would be best suited to this particular application can only be understood by a trial and error method, and this would require time of a particular developer, right? After the best model is being selected, we would require more amount of time so as to tune the hyperparameters. And then we at last we evaluate various models so as to find the effective solutions, right? The best suitable model we would be able to find out. And this is what takes time, right? Because we have variety of possibilities available in each data pre-processing also, model selection also, hyperparameter tuning also, and model evaluation also. So when we try and when we do trial and error in various combinations, we would be finding the best suitable matrices or best suitable entire part so as to get the maximum efficiency or maximum output, right? So what are the benefits of AutoML? So what I said is it streamlines the process, it enhances the efficiency, it improves the accessibility, it boosts the productivity, and it fosters the innovation. What does it mean? It means that suppose I have a time of 1 hour and I would dedicate that 1 hour for designing various algorithms. Maybe 1 hour is a too short of time so as to design a machine learning algorithm, but let us take an example. Let us increase the time frame to 6 months or 1 year. Right, I have a time of 1 year and I designed one or two algorithm for a particular application. And because of this tedious task of model selection, hyperparameter tuning, data pre-processing, I would require an entire year to find out the best suitable data pre-processing unit, models, hyperparameter tuning, and model evaluation. But then with the help of AutoML, the task that I was able to perform in an entire year, the same task this AutoML would be performing in 1 or 2 months. So I'd be saving 8 months of time. For example, this is what is an example only. 8 months of time, 80% of my time, that which I can utilize for further enhancing the results, for further enhancing the accuracy part by changing or by adding the data, more data, so that machine learns more and the accuracy that I can get is more. So AutoML will be, I think most suitable to this. The next point is means this is a traditional workflow of traditional machine learning algorithm and AutoML workflow algorithm. You see, there are three points: pre-processing the data, training of the model, and evaluating of the model is being done in traditional ML algorithm, which is a manual process. It is an iterative process, and therefore it would take the time. What after means it takes the time, and then optimization would also take the time. So but in as compared to that, if we go to AutoML workflow, you see this three tedious task is being done automatically by the algorithm. There is no requirement of manual iterative process. Manual finding out the best pre-processing data algorithm, best model for training and best evaluative parameters. It is being done automatically. Manual iterative process is being reduced. Simply we need to collect the data and give the data to AutoML process so that it would work. It would find best possible algorithm and best suitable hyperparameters tuning, right? So if we go to traditional ML algorithm, because of this tedious task, only expertise of ML, machine learning, those who are having their expertise in machine learning can also can only go for the traditional machine learning training workflow. But in AutoML workflow, those who have the data can give it to AutoML and can save the amount of time, right? So it saves the time, and therefore this AutoML algorithm would be suitable for both beginners as well as experienced users. If you see, until this point of time, when we say about machine learning algorithms, what happens is uh, people would start asking that do you know machine learning, do you have some experience in machine learning? Why? Because of this problem: pre-processing of the data, identifying the best suitable model for training, and evaluation parameter was requiring some of the expertise. But now we have an automatic process. We don't means now we don't need to bother about how the data would be pre-processed, with the help of which particular algorithm the data will be pre-processed, which is the model that is being selected, and what are the evaluative parameters, or what is the accuracy that will get at the output. This is not. This AutoML algorithm automatically optimizes everything and gives the best possible results for the collected data for the input data. And therefore, it saves tremendous amount of time and it becomes easy also. And since it is easy, beginners can also use this AutoML workflow as compared to expertise also, experienced learner also. So what is the benefit to experienced users of this machine learning algorithm as compared to beginners is the experienced users of machine learning algorithm can boost their problems from one point to another point and can enhance the way in which they can research the particular data or particular application. So AutoML algorithm will be useful for beginners, for easy understanding, for easy operating, for time saving, and it would be very much useful to the experienced user also, so that more algorithms can experienced user can design more amount of algorithms and then can give the best results out of this, right? This is one of the example of AutoML. You see, um, only what we need to do is we need to give the data. It automatically computes various models, one, two, three, n number of models they and the auto algorithm would give, and it would select only high quality model out of all this. Right? This is being done automatically. We need not to bother about anything, right? Automated algorithm would do everything. Now you suppose traditional algorithm, just one, two, and n number of models. In case of traditional algorithm, this n number of models is we need to process through this n number of models, and we need to identify the best model. See the amount of time which is wasted on this. But now a time saving happens when auto ML algorithm does this task for us, like various AI tools available. This is also a tool which helps us to pre-process the data, to find the best suitable model available, and to tune our algorithm to the best possible parameter, right? And hence the accuracy which we get from AutoML would be maximum possible accuracy that we can get. Even that particular is not possible in the traditional AI, traditional ML algorithm. So key components of AutoML algorithm would be data pre-processing units. Now, this is the initial step. The 5 step in AutoML algorithm. You see, this is automatically done, but now we need to understand what it does. So data pre-processing unit, this is the initial step. What does it do? It cleans and prepares the data for the analysis. Like you would find some zeros, some non suitable values. So those non suitable values and zeros would be removed from the data pre-processing unit. So handling a missing values, normalization, encoding, these kind of pre-processing algorithm, data pre-processing would be automatically done in this AutoML algorithm. We need not to worry about this, but it goes through variety of operations and find out the best suitable data pre-processing algorithm for a particular application, right? Then feature engineering. Feature engineering means creating a useful insights from these processed data, pre-processed data, or maybe we can say that is raw data, right? So what does it do? It does that it is an automatic selection and extraction of various features from the data, right? Then comes model selection. So there are various models available, right? And what does AutoML do? It chooses the most suitable algorithm among various machine learning algorithms available throughout. For example, random forest is available, decision tree is available, various neural networks are available, CNN, ANN, multiple. And again, in that also there are many VGG set, multiple algorithms available. What does this do? It automatically finds the best suitable model for this particular application and it selects the best of them, right? And then comes fine tuning of the various parameters for the optimal performance. So that hyperparameter tuning, hyperparameter operations is also one part of AutoML, one key component of AutoML. And finally, assessing the model performance to ensure the accuracy as well as reliability through model evaluation, right? So here what we can do is we can cross validate the results with the manual process. With AutoML, you would be certainly be able to find that compared to more manual process, this AutoML process gives the best result and optimum result out of it. So this is about means key components of the AutoML. Then comes the benefits of AutoML. You see, there are benefits to experts also. There are benefits to non-experts also. The first and foremost benefit is for non-experts means beginners can also make use of AutoML. Why? Because they need not to understand any algorithm before they use the AutoML algorithm, right? So, and therefore, what does it do? It democratizes machine learning algorithms. This machine learning algorithms, AutoML machine learning algorithms, is accessible to all possible users, right? And therefore, it has an accessibility to wider range of users from small to from experts to non-experts. All can use the AutoML means auto machine learning algorithms, right? Because this happens, the deployment of this particular algorithm would be much more faster as compared to manual process. Why? Because when we do the manual process, it would take time, and therefore the deployment of a certain algorithm for a certain application takes time, and therefore it may be a problem, it may be a limitation also. But in this case, experimentation would be enhanced, it would be accelerated, and therefore it speed up the process of the testing. And after the testing becomes complete, we can validating the model for the actual application. We can deploy the machine learning algorithm to the actual field, and which starts working in smaller amount of time as compared to the manual process. And since it is an automatic machine learning process, we need not to means there is no human involved, right? Only machine is involved so as to find out the pre-processing method, the best suitable model, the best hyperparameters tuned, right? There is no manual person available, only the machine is available. The result would be consistent enough, right, as compared to the previous one. Therefore, we can say that it is an unbiased outcomes that would be coming at as an outcome of auto ML algorithm, right? And therefore, as I said, the advantage to the expert is they allow expert to focus on complex tasks by automating the routine process. Here, the manual machine learning operations, the problem is they take our time for the routine process, right? The routine process take our time for the routine process, and we cannot go beyond a certain level. But then if the routine process is being automated by machine learning algorithm, we can go towards the higher level, towards achieving the higher level task. And these are what are the benefits of what we can get out of this AutoML algorithms. Every coin has two sides, right? And similarly, AutoML has some limitations also. But then as the time would progress, the limitations of this AutoML algorithm would be reduced, and would be reduced, and we would be able to get the good results out of AutoML algorithm. One of the limitation, one and the major limitation is it may lack explanation. The problem is that machine learning, when AutoML algorithm automatically chooses the best possible pre-processing method, the best possible model, and best possible hyperparameter tuned. In that case, we cannot explain anyone that what are the algorithms which is written, which are the what are the number of layers of neural networks that is being used inside this. We cannot explain to anyone, and therefore we may lack explanation. We would not be able to identify exactly what is being used inside, what model is being selected out of various models. We will be not able to find out. We have the limited number of choices today, means right now we have limited number of choices for the algorithm selections. But then as the day would progress, time would progress, this limited choices would be this limitation would be removed, right? Data quality issues are the one point that is considerable in AutoML. If we have good data, the result would be good, because now the process is not in your hand, means in our hand. Now it is in the hand of machine. Right now, machine, as soon as machine would get the exact good amount of data or good quality of data, it would give very good result. But then if the quality of the data has some issues, the problem would be replicated in the outcome of AutoML also, right? And may not outperform expert tuned models, right? Basically, AutoML would give the meaning of this particular portion is basically AutoML machine learning gives the optimized model, optimized hyperparameter tuned, and optimized pre-processing data. That would be good for beginners, I say. But then expert with their expertise, right? If they can tune the models very good for a particular data, it is more suitable for machine learning applications as compared to AutoML. So these are the limitations of AutoML also, right? The popular tools, these are the popular tools that you can use for AutoML, right? The major portion that is being played by Google Cloud AutoML, Microsoft Azure machine learning algorithm, H2O.ai is one of the AutoML tool which is used for training the model, right? Now, it means the most famous of all this is one of the most famous of all this is H2O.ai. You can go to H2O.ai. You can use Auto AI algorithm. You can give the data that is with you, and it would be able to find out the best suitable model, right? data robot also, right? Amazon has its SageMaker Autopilot that is used for AutoML, and IBM means all good companies, all best companies has their player so far as AutoML product is concerned, right? We are using sklearn. So those people who would be working on machine learning algorithms would know this sklearn, right? Sklearn is a library that is coming with uh, Python, or maybe coming in the as a Python library, right? So as to work on the machine learning algorithms, right? sklearn is a library. So now people have came up with auto sklearn, right? We need not to identify which would we go. Simply you write down a command, automatically everything would be done, and the result would be in front of you. So these are the popular tools that AutoML has, right? Next point that I would be discussing is the applications. Almost everywhere, the applications of AutoML would be there, but primarily, wherein the most important part that is played by AutoML would be in healthcare, finance, retail, and manufacturing sector, right? This point would be more taken care of by AutoML process, right? AutoML would be enhancing predictive diagnosis, improving patients' outcome as well as efficiency in healthcare. Uh, it would be useful so far as fraud detection is concerned in case of finance. It would be supporting the predictive maintenance in the manufacturing aspects, so as to increase the accuracy as well as reduce the cost as well as downtime, and hence increase the manufacturing amount, right? And retail business also, customer demand forecasting is one of the most important parameter. Now people are working so far as retail management or retail chain works, like mall culture and everything, right? Demand forecasting. So people are working heavily so far as retail management is concerned. So these are the applications of AutoML. Two slides I have for integration of ML and IoT. You see what happens is there is a common platform wherein two inputs comes, Internet of Things and machine learning algorithms. The data from Internet of Things is being taken care of by machine learning algorithms, and therefore the real-time processing of the data would be feasible now with the help of learning algorithm, right? And at the cost of complexity, obviously, right? And cost implementation cost would also be increased. This is what is the disadvantage of this. But so far as ML and IoT integration outcome is concerned, you can see that in all places you would find that there are no applications where you would not find applications of sensors, specifically wireless sensors. When we work with wireless sensors, it would give the data, the data of sensor is being placed somewhere in the internet, maybe at the cloud. That cloud data would be taken care of by machine learning algorithms, and gives the best insights out of that, so that it improves performance of various systems, from smart cities to healthcare to agricultural to manufacturing, in multifold way, right? And therefore integration of ML, machine learning algorithms, with IoT, with Internet of Things, would give very good results. This is again one of the topic to be taken as a research aspect, right? Those who are from the circuit background, maybe electronics, maybe electrical, those who have worked with Internet of Things can definitely explore the possibility of working with machine learning algorithms, maybe AutoML algorithm, and take the data which is coming out of this IoT device, right? And when IoT device, and when this data comes, and when we analyze the data, we would be coming up with good insights as compared to simple Internet of Things algorithms. So I recommend this to be done as a research, right? And similarly is reinforcement learning, right? What does it do? The agent, environment, and actions are the 3 points wherein the entire reinforcement learning advancement happens. In this, agent would be learning so as to make the decisions by interacting with the environment. Here, the agent would be interacting with environment, right? And agent is an decision maker, right? That takes the actions by looking to the environment, right? So here I have explained the pros and cons of that. What does it do? It optimizes the decision making, but at the same time, the computational cost is very high, right? It would be requiring extensive data. It would be having complex implementation, right? And the most importantly, the disadvantage is ethical concerns. But at the same time, there are numerous amount of advantage also associated with reinforcement learning. But as I said earlier, as the day would progress, what would happen is this limitations would reduce and advancement or maybe advantages would improve, and therefore it would give good results as compared to the previous one, right? So here, uh, in this reinforcement learning, cumulative rewards would be taken care of by agent through interaction with the environment by taking actions on the visible by actions on the various insights being taken from the environment, and it would be used for various applications, right? So this is what is reinforcement learning. So at this point of time, I would stop here, and I would ask for if there are any questions on this, I would go for this. But I have one more slides. Intentionally, I have completed this session in in maybe 1 hour and 10 minutes. But I would require 10 more minutes for one of the good slides that are coming, one of the good slide for researchers that I have prepared. I would definitely want to give that uh, uh, insight to those who are researchers. So at this point, I would step here, asking for the if there are any questions from the audience. After the question and answer session, I would quickly, within 10 minutes, I will give one more slide, which will be very much useful for those who are researchers. Anyone have any questions? Can
Participants, if any participant has any query, questions, please ask, raise your hand. Yes, you can unmute yourself and ask.
Uh, Good evening, Professor,
good evening, sir.
and thank you for a very wonderful session, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You gave a very innovative and lucid way to reach ML perspectives. Thanks a lot, sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
have one doubt. I'm basically from a chemistry background.
Yes, sir.
Slowly stepping into the AI and ML areas.
Yes,
So,
sir.
if I want to have some large language models, uh, will this uh, AutoML will be a right path?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Ultimately, if you see, large language model means these are the latest advancement in ML. But the primary goal of machine learning would be fixed. Any of the operations, whether you take large ML model or large language model or natural language processing or anything, the machine learning operations would be fixed, would be pre-processing of the data, would be model selection, and then to the evaluation. But then ML, auto ML will be used at any point of with every applications. large language models also.
Sir, thank you, Professor. Thank you, organizers, for a wonderful collection of speakers. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Any other?
Any other? Please, you can raise your hand. I can unmute yourself. Okay. Yes, you can unmute yourself.
I think Ramesh ji has some question.
Yes, yes. Ramesh ji, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay. Hmm.
Able to hear me, sir?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Thank you very much for the wonderful presentation, sir. I just want to know, very basic thing, can you give some examples of reinforcement learning algorithms which can be applied in various applications?
Like sentiment analysis is one of the applications where this reinforcement learning can be used. It can also have its application on disease identification uh, in various agricultural background also. If there are an image processing algorithm and the number of images are uh, low, or the data set of the images is low, then we can use the reinforcement learning. Again, it depends on the combinations of two different algorithms so as to get the best results. But then reinforcement learning can be used in these applications.
Sir, I just want to extend the question saying that, like in case of machine learning, we have, for example, support vector machine or trees
Yeah.
and other kind of thing. What the algorithms are available, such kind of algorithms available in reinforcement learning, sir?
Basically, reinforcement learning itself, so far as I know, reinforcement learning itself is having an algorithm which we can use through sklearn library, right? And auto sklearn library also. But then applications where this reinforcement learning can be used, maybe decision tree algorithm can also be use reinforcement learning. This is what we can use.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Any other?
Yes,
I
sir.
think.
Niranjan sir, you can unmute
Namaste,
yourself.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, sir.
Sir, I am basically belong from a medical background. My question is that how the large language models or medical machine learning or artificial intelligence can revolutionize the traditional way of treating a patient, sir.
Oh, sir, basically, if you see, now people have started uh, taking the diagnosis analysis from computers. If I don't know whether you know or not, whether you came in front of this concept or not. Now, in concept, based on the machine learning algorithms, what happens is there are a set of questions available. There are a set of questions available. You give your answer, and machine learning algorithms evaluates based on your answer, evaluates the problem. Like doctors ask us and diagnose about the disease that we might have, and depending on the disease that is being diagnosed by the doctor, they prescribe medicine. Now there is a trend uh, coming on, like people give the data to machine that this is the problem that I have. Machine through the machine learning algorithms identifies various plus and minuses, diagnoses what may be the probability of the disease that a particular patient has, and based on that diagnosis, it prescribes the medicine. This is what is currently going on, and it is currently in the learning phase. As soon as this learning would be increased, I think the role of a doctor would be different than what is right now. It would not be only to diagnose and give the prescribe the medicine, but it should be more than that. Robotic surgery is what is coming as one of the machine learning algorithms, machine learning methodologies that would revolutionize the surgeries, not by doctor or
Yes, sir.
from anywhere else. I think machine learning algorithm would be definitely affecting mostly two
Yeah.
or three of the most important sectors. One is healthcare, another one is
Yes.
finance, and third most important is retail. These are the three areas where machine learning algorithm would majorly affect.
Sir, actually, we have tried 2 to 3 patients' data in ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Actually, ChatGPT can help in diagnosing the disease and particular based on symptoms. Differential diagnosis can give differential diagnosis, but regarding treatment, it cannot personalize the treatment according to particular patient, according to particular disease, sir.
This is what is coming out. This is what is coming out. Now, ChatGPT is the lowest version.
Yeah, yeah, sir.
ChatGPT, what we are using is the lowest version of the machine learning algorithms.
Yeah, yeah, sir.
It is a generative AI, but
Yeah.
there are more powerful algorithms which are written and which are available for us.
Yeah.
Like, for example, for the researchers who are here, I would like to means you might have seen my presentation.
Yeah,
And
yeah, sir. I have seen.
many of you might have one question that the diagrams that I have made was good diagrams as compared to the means routine presentation, right?
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir.
Like this were the diagrams that is a designer diagram. So how much time I would have required for generating these old diagrams? You see, these are all
Yeah, yeah.
diagrams, right?
Actually,
So
yes, sir. Actually, I want to ask how you create these presentations through AI or you are doing these manually, sir?
yeah, so this is again an application of AI. You means you please note down there is one application called
Napkin.
Napkin.ai. Napkin.ai. You all those who want a good presentation can
Yes, sir.
definitely go for Napkin. What you need to do is you need to only write down what you wanted to say, and you place that write up on in napkin. You would get a very good diagrams coming out of that write up so that you can explain. So
It is free, sir.
this all diagrams were from napkin application. Napkin.ai is what is very much useful for presentation.
Is it
And
totally
specific,
free, sir, or a limited version is
it is totally
in?
free. It is totally free. It is
Yeah, yeah.
totally
Thank
free.
you. Thank you, sir.
Only Gmail login is required. Otherwise, there is nothing we need to pay for napkin.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other question?
Yes, sir. Go
I
ahead.
would, I would go for one more slide. This slide I have designed for those who are researcher or those who maybe coming out with some research. There are various means Rathod sir has explained us about various tools that we can use as a teacher, right? So these are the tools that we can use as a researcher. For a researcher, there are 2 to 3 most important problems. The problem number one is how to identify good research papers for our literature
Mm.
review, right? This is the first and foremost problem that we identify. Good research papers, right? So we try to find out from Google, and we would not be able to identify very good research papers, right? Now the first two, that means research rabbit and connected papers. What does they do? They specifically are used for literature mapping. How they are used for mapping the tools is that what they do, you write down, for example, someone has asked about uh, uh, sentiment analysis, right? I was going for. So you write down sentiment analysis as a search in this to research rabbit or connected papers. What they would give you is connections of various papers written for sentiment analysis. So now it would be very much easy to find out multiple papers from a single background, research rabbit and connected papers, and you will be able to find most relevant papers of this particular of any particular topic, most relevant papers, right? Once you find the most relevant papers out of these two, research rabbit and connected papers. For example, what does these two tools give? These are absolutely free. Both of them are absolutely free, right? What they two do is, for example, you were finding about video watermarking, right? And you have found out one of the paper of mine, for example, for the entire lifespan, for the entire research cycle, initial research cycle, I have worked on image and video watermarking, right? So the papers that I have written, there are more than 25 papers of mine which are in the domain of video watermarking or image watermarking, right? So what you would be able to find that this particular author has contributed majorly in this particular area. This is what you can identify through these two topics, these two AI tools, right? Once you identify these two tools, right, then it would be easy for you to identify various papers, and they also give you connections between various authors each other, and therefore you would be able to find the most relevant papers of the topic that you are interested in, and therefore the searching time is optimized very highly by using these two tools, right? Research rabbit and connected papers. Once you find out many of the papers, right, you have papers, you have presentation, you have some website link, you have some word file. Now what we all researcher would do is we would place everything in a folder, and we carry out that particular folder in a pen drive wherever we go. Now there is no requirement of these things. Why? Because of the application of bit.ai. You see the last point, bit.ai. This is a workplace and document collaborator. You just what you do is you open an account in bit.ai and you place everything. It works like a suitcase. It works like an online suitcase for you. You place every PDF into that. You place every presentation into that. You can also store some URL into that in a single briefcase, right? And hence it is called a workplace or document collaboration. What you need to do is you will need to carry is only the user ID and password of bit.ai, right? And it is again an absolutely free. It integrates the documents and notes, PDFs, web pages, PowerPoint presentation, JPGs, everything, right? Means you need not to carry pen drive with you. Now, once you have multiple papers and you want literature review to be done in a quick manner, you have one very good tool called SciSpace, right? This is SciSpace is a very good tool, right? It is an AI powered tool. It would work hours of work reading with minutes, right? As sir was also highlighting, there are tools available which take the summary of that. So literature review can be done by this particular size space, right? And very important tool means literature review. After literature review, we would be working on various algorithms, right? After we worked on various algorithms, the problem is to find out the best possible journal for our publication, right? So the best possible journal for our publication is can be found out using Trinka, Trinka, Trinka.ai tool, right? It is the best journal finder tool, right? Wherein you design your own abstract and place only abstract to Trinka. Trinka would be giving the best 5 possible journals where you can place your paper. The the advantage of finding the best possible journal is that your work is being cited by various multiple peoples, and therefore, so far as researcher is concerned, you would be on an uphold as compared to the other, right? In addition to that, Trinka also gives you uh, one authenticate plagiarism checking per month freely. Freely, it can give you one authenticate plagiarism checking free. So it is also a good set, right? Apart from this, there are many other things, but then these are the most important 5 or 6 tools that I personally believe that are very important so far as research work is concerned. Artificial intelligence tools in research is concerned, and I have personally used this not for my research but for the research of my scholars, and I found it very good, and optimum tool that saves our time and increases our innovative activities. So these are the thing. Now there is one more thing. I told you about napkin. I told you about these 5 things. One more thing I before I forget, I would like to tell you is every one of you, uh, you are using generative AI, means we are using chat GPT, right? We all are using chat GPT. Now, please, what you do is you go to your Google Chrome account, you find out, means in from Google, you search AIPRM extension. AIPRM extension. You find out that AIPRM extension, and you install that extension into your Google Chrome account. You would be you would be able to freely enjoy Chat GPT fourth version when we are using free version. Before AIPRM extension, we are using second version, but you can go for fourth version. There are many prompts available through that, right? AIPRM extension and this all along with napkin. This would be useful for all of you. I think what I have uh, means shared, I think it is done from my side. If anyone have any questions from this, I am very much happy to answer those questions.
Any questions from the participants?
I
And
have one
request,
question.
yes.
Hello. Yeah. Uh, First of all, I would like to thank Professor Kothari sir for such a wonderful presentation and informative lectures. My question is how that AI tool and machine learning tool can help nowadays, like we have many more cases like digital arrest and cyber crime, it is happening. So how that AI can be helpful in preventing such kind of cases?
There are tools also available for this, means reducing the cyber crime, means identifying the cyber crimes. There are tools available. I exactly don't know about the name of the tools, but then yes, so far as cyber security is concerned, there are AI tools available. There are AI tools being developed by various researchers. Exactly, I don't know about the name of that particular AI tool, but yes, definitely Googling that, you will be able to find out the name of the tools. But yes, definitely there are tools available for cyber security aspects.
And sir, how it can be prevented and what could be done, we can prevent such kind of cases?
Basically, there are, if you see, there are algorithms that creates the problem, and there are algorithms which prevents from those particular algorithms. So we need to be cautious while using any tools, but at the same time, we need to be aware about what are the tools which help which helps us to identify the fraud, because fraud detection is one of the very important machine learning algorithms that is being written by various authors through email, through WhatsApp, through social media, right? So means here what I can say is we have the AI tools that have positive impacts also. They have the negative impacts also, but then we need to take care. And that is why I said that ethical use of AI tools is utmost necessary when anyone starts using the AI tool. Like robotics, we have seen movies like Robot, wherein we have seen that robot can be good, can be bad, depending on what is the program that is installed inside, what is the algorithm which is installed inside it, right? So similarly, my answer to your question would be there are algorithms which prevents cyber crime. There are algorithms which are used for cyber crime. Any more question?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. One question from my side.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. The question is, कि suppose as we discussed, कि here we can use the AutoML. So, those who know the machine learning well, can they use the AutoML and can it give the same kind of the results at the end?
No.
And
This is what I explained
Hmm.
previously in my slide, that if you are the expertise of machine learning algorithms, you can use AutoML algorithm so as to enhance, so as to go for next step. Means by saving your time, you can go for the next step of your research, right? You can save your time and hence you can use. But yes, and another limitation that we discussed about AutoML was that it cannot give you the um same result as manual machine learning algorithms. Therefore, those who are very much expertise in machine learning algorithms, the result of that algorithm would be more powerful as compared to AutoML. It is possible. Why? Because these person has expertise in ML, expertise in mathematics, expertise in probability, expertise in statistics. They would be using more manual process, they would be investing more amount of time so as to get the best result. AutoML, depending on the data, variations of the data, pre-processing algorithms which is best suitable, can give the result which may or may not be good as compared to what expert has designed. This is what we discussed, and this is what would happen, and this is one of the limitation
Okay,
of AutoML is.
okay, sir.
But then
Nowadays,
But then
yes, sir.
AutoML is designed for the wider audience that can use that can start using the machine learning algorithms. This is what is the primary object of AutoML is, right? For example, child can also make use of AutoML. Why? They don't know about algorithm. They don't know what random forest is. They don't know about neural network. They don't know about machine learning, but they know about this is the data. I need to identify whether it is a cat or dog. Then auto algorithm would be good because they need not to do anything like our calculator, like our mobile phone. Yes, ma'am. I hope I was able to give your answer.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yes, yes, sir. Now, sir, just a little one more question in depth of this. Okay, like as we say, that there are the different libraries for the machine learning. For the
Yes, ma'am.
AutoML, I have not used right now, but if we implement the same, then at the no at the end, let's say we get some results. So can we know okay, which parameters or which process they have done inside or for what
No,
kind
no,
of the
no.
steps they have followed?
No,
No. Okay.
no, absolutely,
O-
absolutely no.
Okay,
And
sir.
this is what is the limitation that I have discussed, that you cannot
Okay, sir.
explain, what is being done by AutoML, which
Okay, sir.
algorithm,
Thank
which
you.
model is being best, is being taken by AutoML, right?
Oh,
This
oh,
is, it is an inexplainable,
okay, sir.
yeah.
Thank you. Now I cleared my doubts. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Any further questions from the participants? So we are now approaching towards the end of this session. It was highly informative. Sir discussed beautifully about emerging trends in ML, edge AI, large language models, integration with IoT, and his primary focus was on AutoML. Like as he answered the previous questions regarding when and where to use AutoML. So I think Sir's presentation was more focused on the researchers when they're beginning the research. So it was really, really useful session. Like, and in the last slide, sir briefed about various important sites, and I would like to say on this note that I'm pursuing my PhD under Dr. Ashish Kothari, sir, and he has also. It's my privilege to welcome and conclude his session. So, sir has personally given me the research Rabbit site to work upon, and it's really beautiful. So, all the websites given by sir is extremely useful. So, I would recommend all the researchers who are pursuing PhD or has advanced to a certain level to use those websites. So, our FDP primarily focuses on AI and digital tools and education, but I think what is of utmost importance is to know about basics, that is ML. Then we can go on AI and then on generative AI and then in deep. So, sir's presentation, taking into consideration the basics of ML, auto ML, it was extremely important and extremely useful for our participants. And you answered like I feel that participants are having still more questions, but as we are ahead of time, so we are going to conclude the session. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your presence and time.
I
Thank
think
you a lot.
if they have more questions, this is the email ID and contact number of mine. Anyone can contact at any point of
Yes,
time.
definitely.
Uh, Anyone can contact. So I again means personally thank the entire cast and crew of AVPTI for giving me this chance to interact with some of the faculty members. But then uh, I was I means I was up to unto that point that people means this is an truly said by Kavita that this is an AI means this FDP is more focusing on teaching and learning, but research is also helpful in teaching and learning and good teaching and learning. So I means and then I have the focus on that particular point. So thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hope
Participants can, yes, they can leave the meeting.
leave the meeting. We can see you tomorrow. The next new link will be shared in WhatsApp group. Kindly register yourself in morning and join 10 minutes before the session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all of you.